Hi friends, Marlene here with Uniquely Ella. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. And I have a little request, a little favor to ask. I am trying to, like everybody else, trying to grow my channel, and my goal is to reach 2,000 subscribers at the end of the summer. I'm like 400 something subscribers away. And guys, the best way to do that is to share a video. That I don't know why that works for me. I'm sure it works for you all also. So if you find in my library a video that you like, a favorite video, maybe a favorite journal, I don't know, a technique, anything, and if you would share it, I would so greatly appreciate that. I want to do a really nice giveaway. I did one at my 1,000 Shabby, and I want to do a really nice one again at 2,000 Shabby. So if you guys help me, I know we can do this. Okay, so let's get started. Today I have a flip again for you, and I'm getting better at doing my flips. Sometimes I mail these girls out and I don't do a flip. I'm dying to pack, I want to package them and make them all pretty, and gather all the little extras, and I get so involved in that I was like, oh my god, I didn't get it on film. So I got a new little system, like a step-by-step system, so hopefully that'll work for you. I don't know how you ladies do it. I don't know. I don't have enough hours of the day between my garden, my husband, my little business that I'm running, and I don't have any kids. I don't know how people do it when they have kids. It's like, I have so much admiration. I don't know how it's done. So anyway, I'm trying to be better at scheduling things, and it's like a battle for me all the time. So let's get started. Her name is Isabella. I love that name, Isabella. And I named her that, I don't know, she just looked like, I don't know, I just loved her. And this is my second attempt at a red journal. I did one, I'm going to link it underneath. I love that journal. It was like I think it was a journal, but I think it was like a 3-ring bind journal, and it had like this tarnish, is that how you say it? Spoon on top. It was like a cooking theme journal, and it was in red, and it's almost like I stayed with the feeling that I needed to do more red, and I'm not a red person, I'll be honest, but I am loving red. I'm not red in my garden. I don't wear too much red except on holidays, but I went for it. I started picking and gathering all my red goodness, and I did Isabella. So let me show you. They're ready to ship. Everything's ready. They're ready to go. So I wanted to do this. Let me just kind of show you around a little bit. It's a one signature. And I did that where the binding is like exposed, where the binding is like outside. I learned this technique. Somebody asked me the other day. I learned this technique from Ruby and Pearl. I use some of her digitals too, so I'm going to link her channel underneath. And if you want to just go over there, maybe like a video from her, show her some love, that would be nice. She's a wonderful person. And I learned that technique from her, and it works really well for me. I kind of mastered it, and I just love it. And it's very sturdy and beautiful, because you get to use seam binding or sari silk or whatever, but I love it. So she's that one signature. The binding is exposed out here, not the signature, the binding is exposed. And then yeah, she is like a little chunky, and then she's got my crazy tabs and my crazy laces and trims where they're all not the same. I try to do as much as I can the same. I'll show you some subtle differences, but yeah, that's her, and this is her back. This fabric I found a while back, and I love it. I'm like in love. It's like velvet, and I love this fabric. And I have like a box that I labeled red for me, and then I put all the red stuff that I've been collecting so I can do a journal. And sometimes you'd want to do a journal, but it takes a while to collect and gather everything that you need. It takes me months. So every time you see one of these journals, it's like a month of collecting goodies. So let me show you. There's 2 of them, and there are subtle differences, and let me show you what they are. First of all, down here I'm already noticing this lace right here is not the same as this lace right here. Just a little bit different, because maybe that's all I had. This lace is the same as this lace. And then I did something with I usually do like I call them presentation pieces in the front, but they can be whatever you want. Could be an envelope, could be tags, could be journaling cards, or it could be nothing if you wanted to. If you want to just like concentrate maybe on just the cover and just make it all beautiful, you don't need a presentation. But I don't know, I always feel like I need something. So anyway, I made 2 envelopes, I'll show you in a little bit. And then I made these journaling cards that I love. Love. And they're a little bit different. This one's a little bit skinnier, and this one's a little bit, for some reason, this is how it turned out. This one's a little bit chunkier. You see the difference? Just a little bit. And you see the embellishment, one is on this side and the other one's on that side, just because I felt the placement, I don't know, because of the size, I don't know, it just felt that way to me. So that's another little difference right there. And what else? There's just not a whole lot really. That's kind of sort of the only ones that I can think of. Maybe a little lace placement, but it's all pretty much the same. So let's get started and let me show you what we did. I'm going to open one up and then, you know, go, since I got her out. Now for the little presentation piece right here that I love, what I did is that, guys, I have found this charm. The charm is not vintage, but the earring is. It's like a charm. See, it dangles. The charm came, you know, it came with that little piece, and there's like a, I want to say the reflection of like a game piece underneath or something like that. But I like the fact that it floated on this little frame. So I wanted to get exact earrings. I had to really go on the hunt. And I found these, and oh, I think they're so pretty. Don't they look like somebody named Isabella? A beautiful girl named Isabella would have worn them. So I used my E6000 glue. Somebody asked me about that. Mine's a little messy like everything in my room. See, that's what I use. And this is the best glue, guys, for metal, for jewelry, the best. So that's not going anywhere. And then I just used a little piece of lace here just to tie her up. But you can use this. This will probably make a beautiful pin or on a Christmas journal. I don't know. But anyway, that's Isabella's little embellishment. And I had shown you the card here. I did a little embossing. Got to my embossing folders finally. Some of my vintage shorthand that I haven't used in a while, but I love it. This is some Indian paper that I've had for a while, and it's flocked and is really pretty. And I think this is from Sheila over at Boho Daydreams, and I cannot talk enough about her goodness. I'm going to also link her YouTube group underneath. And I like a little touch of boho whenever I do. It's just me. So I buy from her because she's got the prettiest little things. And like I always say, you don't need a lot. Just a little touch of that little sparkle is just enough. So that's where I go for my goodies. And then in the front, I also made a little envelope right here. This is a button that I've been saving and I love it. So I did a little layering. There's book pages, and then this is from a tablecloth, and I think this is from Sheila, a little piece, and then this is from a ribbon, and then the button, and I love that. And then I just have a little jute, is that how you say jute here? And what started Isabella really was this ticket. This little embossed ticket, I used it in my last Pink Goodness, I think her name was Lidia journal that I brought, the one before this one. And this kind of inspired me, the white against the red inspired me to go red again and, you know, just pull out that box that I've been saving and see if I have enough red stuff for some red journals. So this is the ticket that started it all. So I just have a little piece of ticket here, just a little embellishment, little something. This is from Ruby and Pearl. And then the envelope comes from the paper collection that kind of started this whole thing. I'm going to list everyone underneath. I don't have my notes with me, but the paper collection that I used that inspired this journal is like gorgeous, and I'm going to list, that's going to be the first thing that I'll list on my people that I used. So this little envelope came from that collection, and what I did is I like to veil things. I call it veil. So I did a little veil here, and then this is you're gonna see this throughout because I love it. This is some little remnants from a vintage skirt that I found, and it's the softest, almost tattered, like the softest. And I also used it here around the journal. I'll show you in a little bit. And this is the pieces on top. The ruffle starts here, so I went ahead and cut it, and I used the ruffle here, and this is the little remnants that's in the beginning of the ruffle right here. And it's so soft and pretty. So that's the envelope. And then inside the little envelope, I think I have a few little things. I have a library card that I went ahead and you know, fancied up a little bit with some of that flocked Indian paper, and then just a little journaling little receipt thingy that is a printable, but it's kind of made to look like it's old. So that goes inside the little envelope that goes in the front, and then you have plenty of room in here to tuck more of your private little things, maybe pictures or whatever you like. So let's open her up again. I use my German twine that I love. And here we go, Isabella, your debut. Okay, so for the front, again, you know, I did that fabric that I've been saving. I stitched all around. And this is from a collar, a vintage collar that's absolutely stunning. Let me see if I have a piece that I can show you real quick. Hang on, guys, because sometimes I get asked, where do I get my stuff? How do I find my things? And of course I cannot find it now because I'm looking for it. Looking. Okay. I can't find it, guys. But I'll show you something similar. I can't find it. I don't know where I put the rest of it. But it was a collar like this, but it was thicker, bigger, the whole thing. So I cut the two ends off. Sorry, I couldn't find it, but I wanted to show you because it's really pretty. I saved the centerpiece, the piece that goes behind your back, like it goes, like it wraps. It's kind of like a collar, but it's like a little collar, like a little shawl. So what I did, the piece that goes behind your neck, I saved that chunk, and then these two pieces that go around your shoulders is what this is. So I made a little pocket with that. I really didn't want to take too much from here because this was so busy already and gorgeous. So I just bailed that a little bit and created a little pocket here for you to put stuff. And I reinforced the little bindings, the little holes with this. And this is also from Sheila. I wanted a little sparkle just up here. And then I have just like these crazy little things falling, you know, just I didn't tie a bow or anything, just made like crazy little legs. And then up here I have, this material is the same as this material. That's what I have back here. And then this is from Sheila, which is perfect there. And you already saw the back. This is vintage. I love this. I opened my vintage treasure box because, I don't know, I just did. Okay, so Isabella, let's take a look. This is when you open her up. She looks like that. Let me put her in frame. It'll help if she's in frame. Let me put her little earring here so you can enjoy that. It's so cute. Okay, so here I did a little collage. This is from Ruby and Pearl. I don't remember who that's from. And then I unveiled that a little bit I get to. And I put a little, you know, I let that little piece just kind of dangle that way. And this is the ruffle that I told you that I made from that vintage skirt. Let me see if you can see how dainty that is. Let me see if it'll pick it up. You see, it's like you can't pull on it too much because it's real old. So that's what I chose for my ruffles. I kind of go away from ruffles, but then I come back to ruffles because I love them. Here we have a little doily. This is not vintage. I made it look vintage, just kind of like just for a little dangle. And then here, what I did on this little page right here, I attached, I gotta remember what I did. Yeah, I attached a little index card here, and then did a little collage here, and then I folded that and created like a tiny little tuck spot, and I just put like 3 little things. This is one of these. There's just so many cute little things hiding a little journaling card. I think this is also ruby and pearl, but you know, I needed that pop of red with a little blue. I got that from her. And then I made this little journaling card. I put a little embossed and did a little sewing. And that just kind of tucks right here. And then for this little layering I did, this is some silk. No, this is satin. It's the legs of this bow that I had, this red bow. And this is vintage. This is like a little piece of gauze. And this is from a bridal gown, and it's tea stained. And I wanted those two little buttons are so cute. So this is ruby and pearl. There's lots of little pages and little tucks and all kinds of little places that you can journal on. Receipt. This is ruby and pearl. I wanted to add a little gray. Receipt. Another little journaling little tab with this cutie right here. This is from that tablecloth I told you about. Another doily. I'm going to kind of go fast because there's a lot in this journal. This is a real vintage. I love this. I love this so much that I used it on my previous journal. No, that I use it on the journal that I'm working on right now, which I'm so excited about. Okay, this is vintage. This is a printable. This is from, see how pretty that looks down here. This is from a vintage book. Plenty of room to put pictures or journal or do whatever you like. I love this piece right here a lot. I love it. And then plenty of room for pictures. Here I created like a little pocket, kind of like a little side tuck. And I just did a little collage, some sari. And then here I have, this is something that my friend Pam, I think Pam gave me these, and I printed them because I don't want to let go of them. They're so pretty. And I did a little bit of stenciling. And then this is another little tag with some remnants of lace. And then when you flip it, I turned this little tag. This is from the paper collection, the main paper collection. And I turned this little tag. I did a little collage here with a little bit of red peeking through the lace. This is the same as, came from the same as that. It's the same lace. I love it. And he is so adorable. And so I created a little tuck spot right behind the tag. And it's just a little journaling, a little vintage music sheet. And this cute little ephemera. This is from Ruby and Pearl. That goes in there. And here we have a little flip out of a receipt. Got plenty of room of a ledger thingy. And then here I found this. I love this piece. And I think my sister found it for me. And it's so pretty. So I just added that little pop of little sparkly red right there. And then here is what I told you. That is the top of this ruffle. This is the same thing as that. I like to repeat what I use here and there just for some, how do you say, cohesion. More. This is from that main printable. I love this piece because it's all tattered and beautiful. This is from a hymnal book. This is my tea stain paper. And then this is a little heavy because this is made out of card. I did one of my crazy tuck things. And right here we have a little, I found this not too long ago. He used index cards to catalog his picture taking. These are negatives. This I found. I love that. I've had the box for a while, but I just don't even know what's in this room sometimes. So you'll probably be seeing more of these in my journals. I love them. And then here in this little tuck underneath, I put this pretty little tag and a journaling card. I love this tag. I did a little bit of sewing. And then there's another little journaling thing, some lace. And I love that. And then this is also from Ruby and Pearl, and this I've had for a little while, and I wanted to use that little red dangle there. This is a little side tuck right here, and I made it out of music sheet. And what I have is a book that I love. I love this book, and it had a lot of, it's like a devotional, and it had a lot of red, and I love it. And then just some little journaling paper that goes here like that, so you can see the red. This little saying, I think I found that online, Le Petit Journal. I think I found that on one of those freebie things, I think. And I did a little stenciling and just, you know, have that little floating, and then another little ruffle. You can journal here or even tuck a little something right underneath. Here I made this card, this tag. Actually, there's another one someplace else. You can journal wherever you like. And this came with the paper. And then I did a little collage here. I like that. And then this is an old recipe from an old book that I also discovered not too long ago in my room. I have so many stuff, I don't even know what I have. And then I added just these two little legs here. And then on this side, holding on this side of the paper clip, I try to do a little cluster of red. I found this book that I love. It's a botanical book, and I went ahead and I printed it on coffee dye paper, did a little collage, and I love that pop of red. Here is a little pocket that I created with the main paper, and then some little goodies inside. And this is something else that I found that I like. It's like kind of like a daily devotional too. You flip it and every day it says something, and I just discovered that in the same box. And then I found this card, playing card, that had some red, so I put it there. And then a slide, because it had a little bit of red, and I put it there. So that goes right here. And then this is just one of those little floating things. And then here on this one, I put a little printable in the back and kind of veiled it a little bit so you can barely see the red. I didn't want to have like too much red against red, so you can see the red but not too much. And then here I just did a little collage. There's some stenciling back here, some sewing, and I just did a little flip that you can just journal and do whatever you like. Hide a little something back here if you like. What else? More pages. Here's another tuck where I have this older envelope. It's not vintage, but it's definitely old. This little guest check, and this is another from that devotional. I love this little flowers. So I thought that went well. And then here I have, on this page, I have a paper clip, and then on this paper clip I have a little folded little thing like this. So pretty. I did a little collage there. This is Sheila's sari, and I just kind of make like a little sandwich there like that. And then more vintage music sheet, and I made this really pretty tag. I love this tag with some embossing paper and some stitching, and this beautiful ribbon. I literally cut it. I love that ribbon, you guys, so much that I had this. Let me just show you. Sometimes I just look around my room and then I find things that I like, and I had this. I love this. It's like a rooster. It's like this rooster charm, and then it had this tassel on there, and I'm looking for like the perfect red, and I'm like, I'm sorry tassel, but I need a little piece of you. So that's what that is. That's what that is. A little piece of that tassel, and it's perfect, and I'm so glad I saw it. So that goes there. And then yeah, that goes there like that. Okay, but on this side of the page, what did I have on this side, you guys? Am I going crazy? Oh, I think I just had the paper clip like that. just a paper clip like that. Yeah, I think, oh, no. I had, sorry, I had this underneath, and then I had this. This must have come from some children's book or something. That goes there like that. And then the other half of this little receipt. This is from the main paper that inspired me. This is the center. This is the center, which I picked that because I love the little bird. I love the bow, and I love that saying. So for the center, I created a writing board. But, well, I have a little clip here like this. Let me see. And I tried, this is my attempt at rusting. I have to do it again. Just tied a little silk seam binding, and then I have a little cluster here. I have this little embellishment, a little ticket. This is a little wine label that's kind of holding everything together. This, I did some embossing. I'm not sure this printable where it came from. Just another little embellishment. And I am so blessed. I found I have a whole collection of these, which, guys, again, I don't use it. I got to get it out. And I have green and gold and yellow, but I knew I had red because I've seen it. And I dug and dug and I found it. And these are very old and I love them. This is from, I think, this is from a cooking book. And then here I created this little journaling card where I did a little collage here with fabric, and then some of my flocked Indian paper, and you can journal on that. And then for the writing, I took this printable and put it on a little cardboard. I gave her what I'm calling a little side skirt. This is what I'm calling that. And I am in love with this lace. This is from Sheila. And then another little touch of boho. And you could pull this off and it can be a writing board for real if you wanted to. You can do a whole lot of writing on top of this, but I'm calling it a writing board. So that's here. I love, love, love this lace. And then this is just a repetition pretty much of what's in the front. Here we have another printable from that magazine. That book that I told you that I printed on tea stained paper, and I love how it turns out when you print like that instead of printing on regular white. And then this is another recipe or something, but I had the red, so I like that. I did a little cluster here. Just a little collage. Plenty of room. And then here we have a little belly band. Let me move her down a little bit. This belly band, I have a little, I think this is another little wine label. A little journaling card that's been tea stained. And then what I did here, I created a little collage. This is avocado dye. It's beautiful. And just did a little collage here with fabric. And then I found this beautiful button. I love it. And it's sewn in. What else do we have? More collage. The other half of that stamp book. I have a tag. And then I have a little folded. This is really cute. It's kind of like an index card looking thingy. And I did a little collage and some embossing. And that goes right here. Like that. And okay guys, so what have we left off here? Here's another page. I love this trim. I think I've said that, but I do. Another little collage here. See, there's, I like to busy them up, but I also, like I say in every video, I like to make sure that I leave plenty of room. Isn't this paper beautiful? Gorgeous. And then this tag, I'm in love with this tag because I think because of the print. Excuse me. And I gave the little bird, a little veil. He's back there in the clouds. And then I did a little embossing here, some stitching. I love this trim. And then just backed it up with some book pages. And I love that. I like the blue and the little heart. Queen Anne's lace. He's so cute. So that goes here, and behind it I had a little printable from the collection that is very, very beautiful. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. I didn't want to attach it to anything. I wanted you to use it however you want. I put it upside down because I wanted the flowers to peek through the top, but you can do whatever you like. And then in the back this side I did a little collage down here with some more of that, repeating that trim again down here. And then here I made a little, this could also be a little writing board made with the board also. I did a little embossing on book pages, and that's very pretty. And then in this little cellophane bag I just added another little tag. I left it blank so that you can use it on another journal, or you can do whatever you like. And I love how these tags turned out when I stained them. And I think you can barely smell it. I don't think it's coffee, but it looks dark, like it could have been coffee. But I always put like these drawer fresheners in my stuff so you can't smell it if you don't know what it is. And then just did a little collage here. And here, I love this little page here against the, I love this. I love how simple that looks against the book pages. That looks so pretty, I think. So pale and pretty. Sometimes, you know, when you have so much red, you need a little peace, a little calm layout. This trim I love, I've had for a while. More space. Another little tuck right here that you can put whatever you like. The back of that doily. That's a room. And I think we're reaching the back of Isabella. Isn't that pretty, guys? And then that's her back right here. So yes, this is Isabella, guys, and she's getting ready to I wanted to do another, you know, like another flip out on her, but I really couldn't. I can't fit another thing in here. I just couldn't. Okay, guys, I hope you liked her. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless. Remember, share. God bless. Bye-bye.